Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to another video. It's currently 4:11 in the morning as you can see. I don't know if you can, but I was literally backtesting a strategy and I found a very profitable strategy which plays out if you're patient enough to wait for the setup, and it's gonna form every other week. So I'm gonna show you guys the strategy, and right now I've analyzed a few markets which I'm interested in entering this in the positions, hopefully flipping my account from a couple bucks to another couple bucks. Yeah, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna now take you through my strategy and I'm gonna show you what my strategy actually is. So this is a Penguins USD. This is actually a coin. So over here, if you can see, I've set an alarm and I have drawn arrows. Now, what is all this? What is all this shenanigans I'm doing over here? So let me go on to a USD or a coin which I have not analyzed. Okay, this I haven't yet analyzed. So what my new strategy is, I go down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, I analyze the markets. Is it bullish or bearish? So over here, as you can see, the market is clearly bullish, forming a potential higher high right now. So all the trades I'm going to take are going to be on the buy side. That is rule number one. Rule number two is go down to the daily time frame, and here you can see a beautiful shift of structure. If I draw over here, you can see that there was a beautiful shift of structure. This was in a downtrend and then started to go in an uptrend. So daily is bullish. So over here we can add a code that weekly is bullish and daily is also bullish. Then now we go down to the 4-hour time frame. This is where you're going to be taking all the trades on the 4-hour time frame. So this is, as you can see over here also, the market is right now bullish. Here you can see there was a beautiful shift of structure, retest of that structure, and then now it's headed towards the upside, as you can see. So we can write down over here the 4-hour is also bullish, right? So we got down the top down analysis of the weekly, daily, and the 4-hour. Now what am I going to do is I'm going to go down to the daily time frame. I'm going to take the rectangular tool from TradingView. I'll leave the link down if you want to, and I'm going to mark up all the important areas of interest, or the support and resistance zone, some people call it. You can call that as well. Over here you can see 1, 2, 3 touch point. Whenever an area of interest is valid only when it has more than 3 touches. It can even have 3 touches, but it is a very strong indication when it has 3 or more touches. So over here, as you can see, this is another area of interest. Over here you can see the market consolidated, came up, rejected, went up, came over here, up. When it's under, we sold. When it's above, we bought. Above, bought, under, sold, above, bought, and now we are above it currently, right? So these are the two important structure points on the daily time frame. Do I see another one? Yeah, I do. Over here we have another structure point, I mean another area of interest. So these are the few major areas of interest. Over here, do I see any? Over here I see one. Okay. Now what I do is I go down near the price area and I go down to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, I see if there are any minor level of areas and areas of interest I can draw. Okay. So over here, if I draw an area of interest, say over here, is that valid? That isn't a valid area of interest, right? So what I'm going to do is, in this coin, I'm going to wait for the break of an area of interest and the retest of an area of interest. So what does that mean? I'm going to wait for the price to break out of this area of interest, retest the area of interest. When it retests and I get an entry confirmation, only Then and only I enter the trade towards the buy side, holding the trade towards the next area of interest. So this is the strategy. This strategy is inspired by Alex. I'll leave his YouTube channel link below. But then I've added a few extra confluences which I'm going to talk about in the next upcoming videos. But this was one of the strategies that's actually very profitable, and I've been back testing it, and I've been actually trading in the live markets, as you can see over here. This had a break, now it's having a retest, and when I get an entry confirmation I will buy. Even in the LTC, this trade was the one I took last week, and then at the area of interest, beautiful bearish engulfing candle, and there was a shift of structure on the lower time frame, but then it just deleted me. Yeah, and over here I missed out on this retest. I could have entered over here if I had bought over here. This was a beautiful entry confirmation, and the stop loss would be under this. I would be up about 1 is to 2.5. That's fine. That happens in trading. It's common. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the break and retest of this area right over here. It should have a break and retest, and then I'm going to buy in this. And then AVAX, if you can see, I drew out. This had a massive rally in the markets. If I go down to the daily time frame, I think over here I can draw another area of interest right over here. This could be a good area of interest if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that is a good area of interest over here. Then this part, and then this. So yeah, that is a valid area of interest. And is there is there another area of interest right over here? I don't see any other areas of interest. I mean, this could be one. No, that ain't valid. That has a one touch point and not respected area of interest. Oh, this could be a good respected area of interest, to be honest. Yeah, as you can see, the price was under when it's above. So this is a sort of respected area of interest. Now, when I go down to the 4-hour time frame, what I'm going to wait for is here I'm hoping for the retest to then buy, or if it doesn't retest over here, I'm going to wait for the break of this structure, retest to then buy towards this structure point. This is not a very big margin, but also my stop loss is going to be very tight on this. So if I enter the trade over here, my stop loss is going to be somewhere around here, and then my take profit will be at this. That's still a 1 is to 2.4, which is a really good risk to reward. So yeah, and then on Link, as you can see, it's having the break right now. I'm going to wait for the retest and then buy. On Doge, it still didn't have the break and retest as I anticipated. And then XRP, it rejected off of that. I'm still going to wait for the break and retest over here. And in ADA, the ADA coin this was actually an active trade. What happened was, because of me having a small capital, I got liquidated out over here, and then as you can see, my analysis wasn't wrong, but the problem was my capital. So I'm working on my capital, I'm working towards increasing my capital, and then over here I got liquidated, and then now the price just almost hits my take profit, bro. Like, I'm sure it's gonna hit my take profit because my analysis wasn't wrong. Over here I waited for the retest. Over here I waited for the retest on the lower time frame. If you can see this wick, that was a 15-minute rejection, and I entered on this rejection, and it had another retest, stronger one, and then it just started heading on the upside. Bitcoin also, I'm waiting for the confirmation over here. Bullish confirmation. If I go to the 60-minute, as you can see, it's all a choppy wave. It's all in the choppy form. So I'm gonna wait for the retest over here. A beautiful entry confirmation. Ethereum, not so interested right now. Still has a long way to go. Maybe it's gonna be ready within the next 2 weeks, I believe. I'm gonna enter the long over here. Stop loss is over here. My take profit, because it is the historical high, I'm just gonna trail my take profits and go. And yeah, Sol USD, Sol should have a break and then a retest right over here. It's having a beautiful rejection off of this. The weekly looked The weekly looked bullish. Actually, it is approaching the equal highs of where the price had gone previously. So if it breaks above this and retest this, it has a lot of potential to go higher. So I'm gonna wait for the break and retest of this. Then yeah, this is what I explained right now. So this is the strategy, guys. Make sure you backtest the strategy and make sure to leave a comment down below on how you people feel about the strategy. It's obviously not an original, but there are some things I've added originally to this strategy which makes it my own strategy. And yeah, I'm just gonna now watch out for the charts, wait for the break and retest, and then I'm gonna enter the trades. I'm gonna give you the trade updates. But it's hard being awake. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna give you the trade updates in the next video. So yeah, make sure you like the video and also subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be documenting my whole journey of me becoming a successful swing trader from a full-time student. And also, if you want daily updates, follow me on Instagram. Link will be in the description. I'm gonna meet you guys in the next one. Till then, peace out.